Hello! Welcome to my channel. I'm so happy that you're here today because today we're planning for 1 new month in our bullet journals. My name is Carla and this is Art with Katie. Welcome back to my channel. This year has certainly been really interesting for me. Lots of wonderful things and some things that I'd rather have not happened, but at the end of the day, all those, situations that happen around us or happen to us have a purpose, and with that purpose there's learning and there's growth, and we, will find that happiness and grace and just prosperity that we're all looking for. I hope that wherever you are, your year is going well, you're having a wonderful experience. And in case it's not, well, just remember, breathe in, everything's gonna be alright, these too shall pass, and there's better times coming up ahead for every one of us. You know that here I try to share with you everything that I know about art, productivity, and of course the bullet journal method. Recently I haven't been sharing or posting videos on a weekly basis as I was doing last year because I'm trying to have content that you really like and enjoy. I've been also working on other projects such as my Society 6 store, and I'm trying to keep it up to date, as well as my ST store where you can buy all of my journals that I've been doing for the last few months, and hopefully you have looked at them, and if there's something that you like, I am so happy that you might be able to purchase them, because I know that some people have asked me to have those available for everyone. Although if you're happy just to hang out here with me and just use my videos as inspiration or try to reproduce them in your journals, I'm just so happy and so blessed that you're here with me. May is a month that immediately comes to mind, Mother's Day. That's one of the things that when I think of May comes up. Although here, where I live in Mexico, there's so many festivities in May. There's Teacher's Day, there's Mother's Day, there's Students' Day, so many things. And so many long weekends, it's, a delight. Although in some cases it can get a little bit complicated because how are you gonna, keep up with everything that you need to look at in the classroom when there's barely time for us to do it. But anyway, it's always joyful, and it's coming close to the end of the school year, and I know that we all get these, energy that we're just ready, to wrap it up and go, I guess, out for the summer break, which is silly because we just came from Easter break. But I know that the months of May and June can get really hectic in the school, in a classroom, and maybe it's even in everyone's lives. Just let me know in the comments what's going on with yours, because at least in my experience working at a school, it's like that. May is just so close to the end, you can even smell it. But anyway, this is why I was thinking of what to do for the theme in May. And when I thought of Mother's Day, I say, hey, my mother's birth month is April, and I rarely do a theme that's for her. I mean, like something that she likes in my bullet journal. And I always dedicate the month of April for my son. Like last month, I did Demon Slayer in my bullet journal because that's the theme that he suggested. And I've done Mario for him, Mario, which, by the way, have you looked at the movie? Have you had a chance to go see it? I love that. I would like to know in the comments if you liked it. And if you want, a theme inspiring Mario, I'm just gonna leave the link because I think you're gonna enjoy that one. But anyway, so I've done Mario, but last year I did Kirby. Although I thought it was April, and I'm completely wrong. It was during May that I did Kirby. And that plan, honestly, I enjoyed it so much, and I think it came out really, really cute. So if you like Kirby, go as well, take a look at that, because I think you're gonna enjoy it. But going back to that, what I did last April was Louis XIV, which is a theme that reminds me of my mom. Not only because we were able to visit the Chateau Versailles together, but also because, well, she's so elegant and she's so, special and beautiful. And yeah, so if you like Louis XIV, go take a look at that. It's different from what I do sometimes, because hopefully you're liking everything that I do here, and if you like, so please consider subscribing because I want to reach more people that enjoy everything that we do here. But going back, so I try to do something that's pop culture, but I also like to do something that's art related, and sometimes I do something that's inspiring music. So I know I'm all around the place, and hopefully you're liking it because I'm not that I get specific in the themes that I choose. But I thought this month I should do something related to an art movement because we haven't had a lot of those throughout this year. I know that in January we did Elena, which is inspired in the song by My Chemical Romance. On February we did Chinese New Year, which is more cultural, that I would say an art movement. And then we did Celtic art, which is, it came out beautiful, and that's really an art movement. And then last month we did Demon Slayer, which is, I guess, pop culture, something related to, I don't know, younger generations. In this case, my son, which I honestly have been enjoying Demon Slayer a lot. So it's not only for younger people, but you know, for younger souls, let's say. But this month we're gonna do Dada. Now, I'm not an expert in Dada, so we're gonna be learning together today. But I know that I've looked at those collages, let's say, and I've been intrigued by them, and I want to learn more, and hopefully you do too. Honestly, this is a brand new thing for me. Like, I'm almost starting from scratch here. So thinking of that, just let me tell you what I've learned so far. Dada or Dadaism was an art movement of the European avant-garde in the early 20th century. Dadaist activities lasted until the mid-1920s, which I've done a theme based on not only Art Nouveau, but also Art Deco, if you're interested. The Dada movement consisted of artists who rejected the logic, reason, and aesthetics of modern capitalist society, instead expressing nonsense, irrationality, and anti-war-wise protest in their works. So it's very interesting, and like I told you, I'm gonna do some research, I'm gonna start planning, and I'm gonna just invite you to join me in this journey. So let's get started. If you're here just hanging out, get something to drink, maybe something to snack on. If you're gonna journal with me, get your markers, get some magazines. I think we're gonna have fun with those, and let's just use our notebooks to plan for this new month. I'll see you at the end of the video. So here is my notebook, and before we start, let me show you the materials I'll be using today. As I'll be doing Dada inspired collages, I had a lot of prints that I did, clips that I cut from magazines, and I have a lot of other materials such as washi tape and markers that I'll be using this time around. The monthly plan starts with the calendar. And last week I shared with you how I made this collage, and now it's made into a calendar that you can of course download following the link that I will leave in the description box. It's a gift that I've been giving you for the last few months, and I hope that you're taking advantage and enjoying. This one is quite special since I've been wanting to do collage for a while now. And I guess that's why I love it so much. And I hope you do too. As soon as I can, I'll be uploading this into my stores as well. As I complete the rest of my layouts for my monthly plan, let me share with you some facts about Dada. First of all, Dada or Dadaism was an art movement of the European avant-garde in the early 20th century, with early centers in Zurich, Switzerland, and the Cabaret Voltaire. New York Dada began in 1915, and after 1920, Dada flourished in Paris. Its activists lasted until mid-1920s. This movement was some sort of reaction after World War I, and it consisted of artists who rejected the logic, reason, and aesthetics of modern capitalist society, instead expressing nonsense, irrationality, and anti-bourgeois protests in their works. The art of the movement spanned visually, literally, and sound media, including collage, sound poetry, cut-up writing, and sculpture. Dada artists expressed their discontent towards the violence, the war, the nationalism, and maintained political affinities with radical politics and the left-wing and far-left politics. Now, I don't intend to do any political statements, but I am of course against war, violence, and any kind of discrimination, among other things. This movement has quite an interesting name. And non-surprisingly, there's a couple stories of its origin. One says that they just opened a dictionary and the word Dada was there, which is the French term for hobby horse, which I find quite interesting for it to be, its name. Others know that it suggests the first words of a child, evoking a childness and absurdity that appealed to the movement's creators. But others speculate that the word might have been chosen to evoke a similar meaning in any language, reflecting the movement's internationalism. Regardless of its name, Dada was a direct antecedent to the conceptual art movement, where the focus of the artist was not on crafting aesthetically pleasing objects, but on making works that often offended sensibilities and that generated difficult questions about society, the role of the artist, and the purpose of art. Some of its artists were intended on incorporating chance into the creation of works of art. This went against all norms of traditional art production, whereby a work was meticulously planned and completed. The introduction of chance was a way of Dadaists to challenge artistic norms and to question the role of the artist in the artistic process. Dada artists were known for their use of ready-mades, everyday objects that could be brought and presented as art with little manipulation by the artist. The use of the ready-made forced questions about artistic creativity and the very definition of art and its purpose in society. Which is why, in a way, I gave myself permission to use pictures of artists in that time as part of my collages. Now I want to tell you a little bit of Dada's concept, styles, and trends, because it has intriguing overlaps and paradoxes with which they seek to demystify our work in the populist sense, but nevertheless remain cryptic enough to allow the viewer to interpret works in a variety of ways. Some artists portray people and scenes representationally in order to analyze form and movement. Others, however, practice abstraction to express the metaphysical essence of their subject matter. Both modes sought to deconstruct daily experiences in challenging and rebellious ways. The key to understanding Dada works lies in reconciling the seemingly silly slapdash styles with the profound anti-bourgeois message. At the end of the day, Dada art was a statement. An artist became increasingly agitated by politics and sought to incite a similar fury in Dada's audiences. Dada was irreverent, used ready-mades, was made by chance, and had a lot of wit and humor. Let me explain. Irreverence was a crucial component of Dada art, whether it was a lack of respect to the convention, to governments, to authorities, to conventional production methods, and even the artistic canon. Berlin, for example, was most anti-government, and New York was more anti-art, whether others were most conservative. When I mentioned ready-mades, it's because they used a simply object that already existed and was commandeered by the artist as a work of art, often in the process combined with other ready-made, thus creating an assemblage. The pieces were often chosen and assembled by chance or accident to challenge bourgeois notions about art and artistic creativity, which is why several of these ready-made assemblages were bizarre, super bizarre, a quality that made it easy for the group to merge eventually with surrealism. Now, chance was a key concept underpinning most of the Dada art, from the abstract and beautiful compositions to the large assemblages. Chance was used to embrace the random and the accidental as a way to release creativity from rational control. In addition to loss of rational control, that lack of concern with preparatory work and the embrace of artworks that were mere fit well with the Dada irreverence for traditional art methods. Tied closely to Dada's irreverence was their interesting humor, typically in the form of irony. In fact, the embrace of the ready-made is key to Dada's use of irony, as it shows an awareness that nothing has intrinsic value. Irony also gave the artist flexibility and expressed their embrace of the craziness of the world, thus preventing them from taking their work too seriously or from getting caught up in excessive enthusiasm of dreams of utopia. Their humor is an unequivocal yes to everything as art. A large number of artistic movements since Dada can trace their influence to the anti-establishment group. Other than the obvious examples of surrealism, neo-Dada, and conceptual art, these would include pop art, flexes, the Situationist International, performance art, feminist art, and minimalism. Dada also had a profound influence on graphic design and the field of advertising with their use of collage. And now that we know a lot more about Dada, let me know in the comments what you think of this artistic movement. I certainly enjoyed and try, of course, to make something beautiful for us all, and hope that you like it too. You can see here the final result of what we created today together. Thank you so very much for joining me today. I had a lovely new experience. I love hanging out with you. I love letting you know what's in my mind, in my head, and especially I love that we're learning together. If you liked today's video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. It helps me a lot, as well that if you're liking my content, you're liking art supplies, productivity, journaling, please consider subscribing. And if you know someone that's gonna enjoy this video as much as you did, please share this video with them. This will help me grow this channel even more. I really appreciate all your support, your comments, and we'll just being able to have this space in which, we share this love that we have for the arts together. I'll see you real soon in my next video. And in the meantime, keep creative, keep safe, and always, always be kind. And I'll see you soon. Bye. Please like and share my video. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you next time.